Everyone right here. That's just some System of a Down. The band System of a Down. If you don't know who they are, just Google them. Anyways, I haven't really been consistent with the whole Vlogmas thing. But I still wanted to try to do something. That's why I like the past Vlogmas stuff I did. I just like combined 2 days into one, and mostly because I haven't really been doing that much. I mean, yeah, I could easily just like upload like the same kind of thing where like I'm just like sitting in my room picking my nose and so that, I mean, I'm pretty sure most people don't want to see me pick my nose. I mean, unless you do, if you do want to see me pick my nose, let me know. I mean, I'm down for that. I mean, I pick my nose anyways. No, I don't. I don't even remember like the last time I picked my nose. I think I was probably like 4 or 6 or something. Or no, wait, maybe like 9. But I don't know. I mean, I've never really had like a severe nose picking habit or anything. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, I wanted to try to keep this as short as possible. So this will probably be like Vlogmas, I don't know, 14 through Vlogmas day 14 through 17 or something. Because I mean, I could tell you right now, on Friday, I didn't do much. All I did was like woke up, went to the bathroom, changed and all that, and I went to the gym. After that, I went to work, which again, I just do delivery stuff for Postmates, which is kind of like Uber Eats, except me personally, I believe Postmates is at the very least, slightly better than Uber Eats. So, but I don't want to get into that in great detail right now because I'll go off on a whole tangent. But yeah, so that's what I did on Friday. Gym, work. And then Saturday I did go to my local library. I had considered doing some kind of like library vlog, but I wasn't able to because the lighting was kind of bad. And because since it's like pretty much winter time over here, or I don't even know, like I guess technically it's not officially winter yet for some reason, which to me seems crazy because it's cold here where I live in El Paso, Texas, but I guess not to the point where people aren't ready to say it's winter, or I don't know, to me it's winter, so the days are shorter. So yeah, when I was at my local library, it was like not even 5 o'clock yet, like 4:40 something. It was already pretty dark, so the lighting was terrible. So I decided not to do the library vlog thing, and then of course after I left my local library, I went back to work for like 3 or 4 hours. And then Sunday, again, I didn't do much. I don't even think I went anywhere on Sunday. Oh no, I went with my mom. We went to the cemetery to visit, because that's where a number of my relatives are buried. So yeah, I went there, paid our respects and all that, and because I guess at the cemetery, at that particular one, they allow family members to to decorate for the holidays and whatnot, and so yeah, I did that, and then after that, I don't know, I guess we were at the cemetery for about a couple hours. Then we left, and then I came home and went back to work. And so yeah, I mean, really, yeah, I mean, that's what I've been doing. So anyways, I'll just cut to the chase. Since I've been working as a delivery driver, I wanted to mention the fact that I know most people tend to not tip, and I mean, I guess sometimes it does kind of bother me a little bit. Ultimately, I guess, ultimately, like, it doesn't really bother me that much. But at the same time, I know that, like, there's other delivery drivers who work way harder than me. Like, I mean, when it comes to like Postmates or Uber Eats and other stuff like Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever, for those of us who are doing this, like, we're independent contractors, independent couriers. I know there's a lot of them that, they do it like full time. They do it like 8 hours a day, or like 8 to 10 hours a day. And yeah, they really depend on those tips. Cause I mean, I know I've only met a couple other drivers, so far in person. But yeah, I know, like, they actually have families to support, kids to raise. And, me, I don't have any kids. I really don't have any major responsibilities. I mean, my only responsibility is myself and caring for myself for the most part. Every now and then I help out with my sister's kids, or I help out my parents, help, pay my share, whatever I can. But yeah, I mean, again, a lot of delivery drivers, even those who don't do Postmates or like Uber Eats, or like even like the delivery drivers that work for pizza places like Domino's, Pizza Hut, Papa John's, I know a lot of them depend on tips too. And I know, like, even like wait staff too in restaurants. And but ultimately, I wanted to try to get across the fact that, yeah, even though for most of us delivery guys, delivery persons, delivery people, for most of us, yeah, we do get paid. We get paid a certain amount to deliver something. Not always an hourly rate. I mean, the guys that deliver pizza, they get paid an hourly wage. For the rest of us who do Postmates or Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever else, we don't get paid an hourly wage. We get paid by the mile. We get a percentage of the delivery fee. And that's pretty much it. And like every now and then we get a bonus for completing a delivery. I mean, depending on whichever company we're delivering for. But other than that, tips really help out. And I know, like, most people tend to think that, man, I don't know, like, some people tend to believe that tips are included in the delivery fee or something like that. I don't know where they get that from. Like, I don't know if because they just assume that's what some restaurants do. Some restaurants, they charge some kind of gratuity tax, I believe, or gratuity fee. Rather than calling it a tip, they prefer to use the word gratuity. But just because that applies that may apply to a lot of restaurants, That doesn't apply to us delivery people. Us delivery people. I mean, yeah, it just doesn't. It's tips for us are separate. So, I mean, you know, yeah, I understand maybe not everyone can afford to tip a delivery person. I can understand that. You know, like one time, I think it was like sometime last week, I delivered to this one guy, and he pretty much told me like flat out, he said, "Hey man, ordinarily I would tip you, you know, because I do believe in tipping delivery guys, and but he said, you know, but because it's the holiday season, and he told me, he said, you know, I'm really tapped out right now." He said, you know, just, you know, money's tight, really tight for me right now, and you know, and I told him, I said, "Hey, no problem, you know, just, you know, thanks for letting me, just, you know, thanks for telling me." That's pretty much what I said. Just thanks for telling me. And that was that, you know. I just told him, you know, thank you for ordering anyways, you know. So for me personally, you know, I don't care either way. I mean, yeah, it's nice when I do get tipped. Actually, I would say like the only deliveries in which I get disappointed are like if I deliver to somewhere, some location in which it forces me to use up like $10 to $15 worth of gas, and I do that, you know, use up $10 to $15 worth of gas delivering something, and you know, and I end up not getting any kind of tip at all. Something like, in a case like that, yeah, it does bother me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not. I'm only human, so, you know. But ultimately, you know, I'm still able to get over it. And I wanted to just really stress how important it is to tip your delivery person. You know, I mean, yeah, obviously, hey, if they do a really bad job, you know, if they're really mean to you, you know, if they're really like, I don't know what, if they're a complete asshole, then yeah, okay, they don't deserve a tip. But otherwise, if they're doing their job, you know, and if they're being polite to you, I mean, I say, hey, you know, what more can you ask for? They're doing their job, they're being polite to you, you know, even if they just like, you know, ask you some question like, how are you doing today? You know, how's your evening going? You know, hey, did you see that ball game? Or I don't know, something like that, you know. That means they're actually, you know, engaging with you. They're actually, you know, at least somewhat care about the customer. So, and yeah, there is that aspect of, you know, them working for the tip, obviously. But at the same time, there is also the aspect of them actually engaging with you, engaging with the customer. So, and, you know, it's not like, you know, I mean, I don't know, I guess ultimately I just wanted to stress that, you know, if you're able to afford to tip your delivery person, definitely do it. Even just no more than a couple bucks, that really helps out. Otherwise, you know, I know, hey, if you can't afford to tip, then I say, hey, that's completely understandable. I would still say, you know, just try to be upfront with the delivery person if you can. I guess if you feel like you should, or I don't know. Well, yeah, that's all I wanted to get across for this. Really, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you watch this, definitely thanks. I don't know who watches my stuff. Who the hell watches my stuff? I mean, if you do, you're awesome. It's, again, thanks. So that's it. Thanks for watching this. As always, till next time, don't forget, keep it real, keep on rocking. And peace. Yeah. Oh, Metallica.